Susan and Shane are a married couple who are both licensed massage therapists in a private practice, specialized in pain relief through clinical massage therapy. Their clinic is in Austin, Texas, the SoCo district. Susan and Shane both completed their massage therapy program in Austin, Texas. Susan and Shane also own Tiger Lily Studios, through which they produce and distribute educational materials, including videos and ebooks for fellow health, wellness, and beauty professionals. Susan is also the administrator for the Being a Massage Therapist Facebook fan page, which serves as an online virtual water cooler for massage therapists and Facebook group, licensed massage therapists requesting a public apology from the view. Welcome tonight, you guys.
Hey, Ryan.
How are you? Better now. So we just had a little technical difficulty, so I had to run to the school where I teach at. So we're set now. So you two are married, but did you guys actually meet in massage school then?
No, a lot of the people we went to school with assumed that, and a lot of our clients assumed that, but we had actually been married 11 years when we started massage school together, and we have now, this August, we're going to celebrate our 17th wedding anniversary. So, yeah, so no, we did not meet in massage school.
Okay, you didn't even go at the same time at all, or even close to the same time then, or?
Yeah, we did actually. We both did the basic Swedish massage program together. And once we finished that, we each did a clinical program as well, but that we did separately. I went ahead and did that part first, and then Shane did that. So, but the first part of our training we did do together. So we were kind of a novelty at our school.
Okay. So did you enjoy it then, or was it competition, or?
No, I mean, there was no competition, and
I mean, I won, but
Yeah. Because I tried working with my wife back in the day, and there's no way I'll do that again. So I lost every single time. So yeah.
Yeah, some people can't do it, but for us, it's pretty much just what we've always done. We've been married a long time, and we've pretty much always worked together. There have been a few times when one of us has had a job or worked in an industry without the other one, but most of the time we've been in business together in one industry or another, one business or another. So for us it works, and really works well. I can't really imagine.
yeah, I mean, we never, not the typical kind of situation where most folks think where you wind up getting into arguments and stuff. We work wonderfully together and always have. So we're able to kind of separate that business and home time.
So I think you guys could actually do a book or a video about how to keep a marriage together too, for all going through all that.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's hard.
Well, it is hard. It's hard to be self-employed, and it's hard to have a home life when you're self-employed, period. But I think that, with massage, it's particularly difficult because, you're expending a lot of energy on your clients, and it's hard to have enough, left over at the end of the day for the people who really matter to you.
Yeah.
And, it's something that everybody struggles with, I think. But, fortunately with us being married and working together, we both get it. Like, I actually kind of feel for people who are self-employed and who are not in business with their spouse, because you come home to your spouse at the end of the day and it's hard to express how tired you are, but we get it. We know how tired the other one is, and so it's a little easier, I think, in that regard.
And it's great because we get to see each other throughout the day, so we get to spend time as well. So it may not be the the kind of downtime that you have when you're away from work, but at least we're there together at work, and so we're able to share a lot that way too.
Yep. And then you both practice clinical massage therapy. What is your opinion constitutes clinical massage therapy? So, I mean, and also with medical massage. I mean, there's all these different terms that are thrown out there. So how do you actually differentiate between all the different ones?
It generally, the way we explain it to clients and potential clients is that we're just using modalities that are going to help us address very specific pains, whether those be chronic pains, acute pains, instead of or rather than, just helping someone relax, which is important as well, and it definitely has its place. We're not discrediting that in any way, but go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say we use a variety of tools and techniques to achieve that, whether it be things like the DMS, the spray and stretch, dermotherapy, or cold laser. It's just really
most of our clinical training's in trigger point therapy. So that's the main modality that we use when we engage in what we call clinical massage. And we get really great results with it, so we've stuck with it. So
okay. And with the clinical massage therapy, is that more known in your area to use those kind of terms then?
Yeah, I think there's a really great program here, the clinical program that we went through, and it's fortunately, I think, as a result of the program and its popularity, that particular term has become pretty
well penetrated in this market. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
but I think that very similar to medical massage in other markets, they use that phrase quite frequently. And
okay, so you're based down in Texas then, and you said it's close to 100 degrees there right now?
well, we have hit, we've been over 90 this year
90,
so far.
About a week and a half back, we were at 99.
Yeah.
So just on the doorstep there.
Do you guys?
We won't talk about that because we don't want to make you feel bad.
Yeah. And during the summer months down there, do you see people less likely to get massages or more likely to get massages just because of the heat, or do they need an excuse to get out and do things then, or?
Everybody's racing from air conditioning to air conditioning. So a factor. If you don't have air conditioning, then you're not going to get very much business. But
we don't get any outdoor massage.
Yeah.
Or anyway, no, I don't think it really affects. I mean, actually, we're really busy in the summertime, so it's not like we can say, oh, that's our slow time. People down here just deal with it. I mean, just like people in cold climates deal with the cold. It's just you just do what you got to do,
Yep.
So.
Because up here in Minnesota, it seems like the winter months are the most busy because a lot of people injure themselves in car accidents or slipping in the ice and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Well, and it's soothing. When you're out, it's a soothing idea to have a nice, warm, snuggly massage table, and not that we have iced massage tables or anything, but but that's not a bad idea.
Yep. So what got you guys interested in doing actual video then?
Oh, what got us interested? He's actually been he's worked as a photographer. He took photos for the Korea Herald when we lived in South Korea, and he's been doing photography for a lot of years. So
I'm always trying to figure out a way to weasel that into whatever I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's true.
Actually, really, I think that the genesis for this really started with our clients, because we were kind of sending them home with so much information that a lot of times they'd show back up and say, I was kind of in a little bit of a fog. I was really interested in what you were telling us, but I don't remember much of it. So can you kind of go over that again? What is a trigger point, and a little bit about posture, something like that. So we decided that what we would do is make the vlogging series for our clients as a way to go to our website and access that information anytime they want it and share with friends and stuff. And it was a real big hit for us.
Yeah, we found ourselves, kind of answering the same questions like, all massage therapists do. You find yourself explaining the same thing over and over, answering the same questions over and over, which is fine. It's part of our job. But we thought, well, if we could record this and have it as a resource for people, and like Shane said, when somebody leaves a massage, they're not necessarily in the best frame of mind to absorb a lot of information. So we thought, if we can have it available to them to go home and watch it at their leisure when they can focus a little better, then that would be great. And so that's what we did. And then, our clients were really pleased with it.
Because it really wasn't a sales pitch to try and get them back in. It was just information, the information that they wanted, and it was short and concise, and
yeah. And then what we found is that other massage therapists, particularly the massage therapists that we network with on Facebook and things like that, they were starting to find them too, and they found them to be a great resource to share with their own clients, and which we think is fantastic because we're pleased that they're finding it to be helpful and helping them relate to their clients and educate their clients. And so that's where it started, was with the vlogging.
Yeah.
And then we got a little more ambitious.
Yeah.
Yeah, because with myself too, it really started with my students, because if they ever didn't show up one day, they expected me to go over everything again, and I said, yeah, I can only do so much. So that's when I started recording everything and making it a little bit easier for myself and easier for them too. So it's just a great way to refresh everything too then. Yeah.
And your website's wonderful for that. I remember when we were in school, we found your website, and we were constantly going back to it.
Oh, thank you. Did it take you a while to go through the whole thing yet, or no?
We're still working on that.
Okay.
Yeah, we're on 9,984 now, and we're working through it.
Okay. Okay. And then with the green screen, I myself, I've never mastered green screen yet. Did it take you guys a while to master green screen?
Well, I have the photography background, so we would set up the green screen in the studio years and years ago, and so I learned how to do the green screen. And you're right,
Just for still photography, but the lighting, of course, is similar. So.
Yeah, and so it is. It's an incredibly difficult and challenging task to get a green screen lit right for keying later on. But once you get it down, it goes relatively quick. I think with us, it still takes us a good hour or two to get the screen set up before we can start shooting. Unfortunately, we can't leave it set up all the time because we use our clinic as the area that we photograph in. So to do the videos and stuff. So we've got to set everything up and then tear it down at the end of the day. So.
Yeah, because I've tried many different lights and stuff. Yeah, it's just it's frustrating. So I've almost given up on doing green screen and stuff. So.
It is. It really is hard.
There are people turning out green or
or pixelating and stuff.
Yeah, or things disappearing.
Yep. So when did you actually first upload your first video then?
The vlogs or the
the vlogs.
The vlogs.
It was 09. I think it was winter of 09.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
And did you notice right away that was kind of your little niche and stuff too then? And
I mean we didn't see a huge viewership immediately, because like we said, it was mainly geared toward our clients, but it's definitely caught on as we've moved forward with other therapists discovering them and sharing them with their clients. But I think as soon as we started doing that, we were like, this is we're liking this, this is kind of our thing. And that's what's kind of exciting about massage and the massage industry right now, I think, is that there are so many people, so many super talented people out there who are combining their massage skills and passion with whatever else their passion may be, which it may be, writing or video or blogging or whatever. And they're just finding these incredible ways to share information about massage. And for us, it's video. For, like I said, for some other people, it's writing, or some other format. And it's just cool, to be able to do that, and then to have all these channels to share them with everybody now.
And it's a nice outlet too. I think it allows us to kind of shift our mind away from what we're doing all the time, which is massage, and thinking about the problems associated with that and how to take care of somebody's problem with the trigger points and stuff. And so for us, it's nice to be able to shift gears and kind of think about lighting or photography, something that, of course, for me is I have a real passion for. And Susan is a wonderful writer, and she does all the writing for us, and she has a real talent for it. So it's a nice outlet for her on that.
Do you guys ever get really overwhelmed with everything that's going on out there? I mean, with social media. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're just trying to do so much, and you know, as you know, I mean, you're just like the poster boy for trying to do so much.
No, it's called OCD. Yeah.
Well, definitely workaholics, but I think that you know, like the videos for us are fun, and it's a hobby, but it's a productive hobby.
Yep.
So it's something we can do and have fun and enjoy ourselves with. But you know, when we're done, we have this great product that we can share with people and feel like we're really accomplishing something worthwhile. But
we definitely are finding ourselves more and more coming up with ideas and then needing to write them down and say, listen, maybe we'll try and tackle this one at a different point.
We've definitely got more ideas than time. So. And, you know, once you figure out how to clone yourself, you need to let us know, because we've been working on this for a while. We're not getting anywhere, but
Yep.
I have every confidence that you're working on that one too. So
Yep.
keep us.
So, what do you prefer? Do you prefer YouTube, or I see you have your stuff on Blip TV too and stuff, and
Yeah, we've used them both, and
I think YouTube probably
YouTube's
is the
kind of-
best outlet
yeah,
for
seems to
everything.
be winning out, I think, between the.
It helps with the search engine optimization, and as you well know, and it's got the largest viewership out there. So, and it's just a great service overall.
So now's the perfect time for our contest.
okay.
So for our viewers, we want to ask, who knows which amazing milestone the Massage Nerd has reached on YouTube? And the winner will receive one of our Tees for MTs t-shirts. So can people chat?
As long as they're yep, as long as they're logged in, they can chat. So
Okay.
yep.
Okay. So y'all log in.
Okay.
And send your answer to Ryan, and the first person who answers that question correctly is going to get a t-shirt from our Zazzle t-shirt store.
Somebody did it already. Linda Roysum, 100 million. Yep.
Okay, Linda, you're going to get the t-shirt. Yay.
Yeah.
So what was the answer?
Yeah, what was the answer?
She said 100 million views. Yep.
Yay.
Yeah.
I cannot believe it.
Yeah.
100 million views. Yay.
Yeah. Nice effects on there.
That's incredible. That's mind-blowing.
Thank you. Yeah, so I've had my YouTube channel for 5 years now. So it's in July it'll be 5 years. So yep, it's averaging one video a day. So that just kind of
That's incredible.
do some kind of a goal and. So
I'm humbled by your output.
We're going to have Lily go to zazzle.com/TigerLilyStudios, and she can pick any t-shirt that she wants and just email us with which one she wants and the size that she wants.
Okay.
And she's going to get the t-shirt. So, yay for Linda.
I'll put that link in there.
Okay, awesome.
There we go. Okay.
So yeah, I mean, that's just incredible that you're getting that much interest for massage videos on YouTube. I mean, it's amazing to me that you know, massage therapists are able to go and find all these incredible resources now, and also that the public can find all this. I mean, there's an incredible amount of interest, I think, on the public's part when it comes to massage and what massage can do for them. And you know, we've even been approached by a cable network, a major cable network, about a reality TV show about massage. I mean, it's like, who would think that would go over? But people are that interested, you know. So I think it's fantastic that there's that.
You need to definitely do that.
we're talking about. We'll see.
Oh, yeah.
So, but,
But the thing is, you're never going to please all the massage therapists, however you do it and stuff like that. So yeah, just get used to it.
Just do it.
Yeah. Yeah, because my belief is put 10 therapists in a room, ask them a question, and you get 100 different answers.
Yeah. That's what we love about us, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, with the whole view thing, so how did you really decide to go forth with that then?
Well, let's see. Somebody had posted a video on Facebook, the clip from the show, where the talent on the show was making, some pretty disparaging remarks about massage in general and massage therapists as being kind of shady characters, and it bothered me. And then I got into some discussions on Facebook with other therapists who were also bothered by it. And I wound up chatting with John Siegel, who's another massage therapist up in Portland, Oregon, which is where we're originally from. And he and I decided to start a Facebook page, a group, and we did that. And then John went and started a petition on change.org. And it was incredible. This was over a year ago, I guess now. But just the response was incredible. We have I think we got over 3,000 some signatures on our petition and over 6,000 members in the group. And I think it was just, it served as a place where therapists could go and vent and express their frustration. And we also, with the group, we tried to disseminate information on how to send messages directly to the View. And of course, the petition that we started, each time somebody signed the petition, each of 3 different producers of the View got an email expressing the signers' disappointment. And so, did we ever get an apology? No, but it got everybody really galvanized and really talking about the issue, which I think was really important, and it got people talking to their clients about it, which was a big deal. And, it was an interesting experiment in the power of social media too, that's for sure. So.
Yeah, and especially on the Friends, when Friends was on, with Phoebe being a massage therapist and stuff,
Right.
I mean, that kind of gave the whole stereotype of massage away for a while then. So.
Yeah. And, disparaging images of massage therapists are a dime a dozen in the media and in fictional portrayals. And, fictional portrayals, okay, I have an easier time swallowing those. But, the shows like The View, where you've got people discussing current events, and they're making comments that are really influencing people's
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello?
Yep. Just lost your audio there for a moment.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Okay, so you're talking about The View and then about fictional and stuff like that, and then you got cut off.
Yeah, I just, like I was saying, disparaging images or portrayals of massage therapists in the media are a dime a dozen, really. When it's a fictional portrayal, a character in a fictional work, I think I'm not as offended by that. But when it's a show like The View, which, mind you, is not necessarily the pillar of journalism, but it is a show that's on current events, and they're making comments that can really influence people's opinions, and that tends to bother me more. So I think that's what prompted me to get more involved with that. So.
And have you noticed anything else lately in the last year or so with massage being portrayed bad at all in the media?
To save our own sanity, we don't watch TV. We don't have time to watch TV. So no, not really. I probably would never even have noticed the segment on The View of it if someone hadn't posted it on Facebook. But we kind of try to keep our nose to the grindstone, and we'd probably just be infuriated if we watched.
And if you had to do all over again, would you do it?
Yeah. I think that you mean with the View thing?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I think in the long run it was a positive, worthwhile endeavor. Like I said, it didn't, did they apologize? No. But it really,
got the conversation going for a lot of people, I think, and that's important.
And I think that the producers and the talent, they knew what was going on. I heard some comments made by some of the people who were on the show in other interviews and on other shows, and they made comments like, well, these massage therapists sure aren't happy with us, or things like that. So I think that they knew, they got the message, and while they didn't apologize, I think that hopefully we made an impression. So.
And then your other fan page. What's that all about?
That one is called Being a Massage Therapist, and you can look on Facebook and do a search for Being a Massage Therapist and become a fan. And essentially, it's just a kind of a virtual water cooler around which a bunch of us massage therapists hang out and chat. And I think we've got maybe 1,200 or so fans on that page, which makes it really fun because we've got people from all over the world. We've got fans from the UK and Australia, all over, and it just gives us a fun place to exchange perspectives. And I try to throw some fun questions out there and get little conversations started, and kind of like a little online cocktail party.
And more ideas for your videos too, right?
yeah. Well, it's a good place to get feedback from people and see what kind of issues other therapists are struggling with, what kind of questions they're trying to answer for their own clients, and then it can give us ideas on
topics
material.
For what's relevant right now. And I think we did a piece back on tipping that was real timely, that was basically drawn from the conversations that were happening on Facebook at the time.
There was a lot of discussion about that, so we
actually had a vlog already kind of blocked out or written out that we just kind of moved ahead in the pack and released a little bit early, and it was timely.
Yep. And why do you think a lot of massage therapists haven't delved into video yet?
Well, I think they're starting to. I think most of the massage therapists that we know, they don't spend a lot of time on the computer. So I think that then doing the filming and then moving back to the computer, as you well know, you spend an awful lot of time on the computer editing and doing all of that. So I think there's a big learning curve, even though the tools are readily accessible, and for the most part there are a lot of tools out there that are free, and you can do a lot with your webcam and stuff. But I think the learning curve is probably the biggest obstacle for most folks.
It takes a lot of time too. I mean, as we all know, earning a living as a massage therapist, you got to spend a lot of time working, and spending time doing videos. A lot of folks probably don't have that time to spare.
And for myself, I actually have an arm that's actually bent at a 45-degree angle. So I teach full time, but I just needed another offshoot for income down the road. So that's why I started Massage Nerd too.
Yeah.
So you just gotta keep thinking,
passive income, and we all, like it or not, we all only have so many massages in us, and someday it's going to be a lot more difficult to do. So not a bad idea for any of us, to find other outlets for our knowledge and our talents and to explore those.
And for us, a lot of folks were asking us if we were going to be doing teaching, and we kind of looked at the amount of time that we were going to put into that for the number of people that we could potentially teach, and at the end of the day we thought, gosh, we could put that same energy into the videos and hopefully reach a lot more people. Very much like yourself, you've been able to to help and teach far more people than you would be able to locally there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, exactly. And then
So we're licensed massage therapy instructors, but generally the main teaching that we do is through our videos. So.
And then somebody recently commented to me, it's just like, don't you feel a little jealous or in competition with other therapists making videos? And I said, no, I actually love seeing other people's videos because it gets the word out there, So I don't believe in competition at all with videos because it's just going to complement everybody out there. So.
That's right.
And everybody does their own thing, and it's fun to see, how everybody does.
It's very much like massage itself. You can teach the same techniques to 10 different people and you're going to get 10 different massages, and that's what's great about it.
Yeah. What kind of equipment do you guys use
for the filming and stuff?
Yeah.
We've we're using a Canon XL2 camera, so it's professional grade camera equipment, and then the lighting and stuff, of course, is it's all professional grade as well. We had that from our photography studio, which way back in the day, a long time ago. So it's been sitting around for quite a while. We just kind of blew off the dust and said, hey, let's see if these lights still work, and let's make some videos.
And then what do you use to edit your programs? Your videos then? Sure.
Yeah, I'm a big Adobe Creative Suite person. I know most folks are using Final Cut. I'm assuming that's what you're probably using.
Yeah, I mostly use iMovie, but for the advanced stuff, I use Final Cut and stuff. So.
I think it's probably just my habit from all the years that I spent with Photoshop. So I like the Adobe products, so I tend to gravitate to them. So the Creative Suite's very much like the Final Cut. Premiere Pro is what I'm using to edit the footage.
Is that a lot easier to use, would you say, than Final Cut?
I've never used Final Cut, so I really don't know. But the interface looks pretty similar.
Okay.
So I would think that it probably is not. Once you know one, it's probably pretty easy to learn the other one pretty quickly. I know that Final Cut has a few more things that are kind of built into the interface that's readily available for color timing and that kind of stuff, since they are the dominant program for the motion picture industry. So they do have a few things that are built in. Premiere Pro does have that, but you kind of, they're modules that you bring in and plug in and use it while you're editing. So whereas with, I believe, Final Cut, don't you have access to color correction right there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because but what's frustrating between iMovie and Final Cut is iMovie is actually live with the video, but Final Cut you have to constantly render all the time, and it just takes too long. And there's no way I could put out that much video if I use Final Cut all the time. So, so what kind of DVDs do you guys offer now?
Steven Spielberg and George Lucas are done talking here, so I guess we'll move on.
Sorry.
Let's see. We are just getting ready to finish and release
our tutorial on vapor cool and spray, or spray and stretch. So an instructional video on spray and stretch, and that one comes out May 25th.
So,
and then we've got another video in August that's going to be coming out on facial cupping.
Okay.
And then there's a couple other projects that are in the pipeline, but these are the two that are ready to actually see the light of day right at the moment.
And what happened with spray and stretch? I mean, it's kind of like, it's a dying art. I mean, for many years we haven't even really heard about it. I mean, way back in the day it was really popular and stuff, and then it's kind of gone away, but it seems to be coming back now. So what do you think that trend is, or how do you think that happened?
I liken it very much to trigger point therapy, because I think that trigger point therapy kind of has that same sort of pattern where it will be kind of hot for a while and then it kind of disappears. And though now I think it's really starting to take hold a little bit more as people really do start to explore the therapeutic benefits of massage in a clinical format. So I think it's a natural progression then that spray and stretch kind of resurfaces as well, because it really is a quick and painless way to release trigger points. As Travell said, it was kind of the workhorse of releasing those trigger points.
There's actually Linda Roysum, who does the great show on massage called Massage Unwrapped at massageunwrapped.com. She did a great interview with a myofascial trigger point therapist named Jeff Lutz. He's a phenomenal therapist, and he's an instructor at the Pittsburgh School of Pain Management. And he did an interview with her where he talks about spray and stretch, and he gives a lot of information about the history of where it was developed, how it was developed. And of course, we all know, that it's referenced in Travell and Simons, but he goes into
great depth
right.
into the history of it and its origins, and then the mechanism of action. And it's a great interview. I really encourage folks to check it out.
And I just put that a link up there so people can view that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And then with spray and stretch, I've seen some product you can actually purchase over the counter. Do you recommend that kind of stuff for the spray and stretch, or? Yeah,
obviously, massage therapists are not going to be able to use anything that's by prescription. So, yeah, the over-the-counter products would be the way to go. So,
but there's a lot of even the prescription stuff, depending on the states that you're in. You can usually get a doctor to write you a prescription, or it's not real difficult to do, but for those folks who are limited in that capacity, it might be an option.
Or if you're working with or under a doctor.
Yeah, under a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
So why did you choose face cupping then?
I have been doing facial cupping in our practice for a few years now. And it's another therapy that is really effective. The supplies required are really inexpensive and super simple. And the results that you get are great. So it's kind of another therapy like the spray and stretch, where if you enlighten yourself as to the way to do it, and you can acquire the equipment, you can really incorporate a great new modality into your practice. There's a lot of information on facial cupping at cuppingtherapy.org. That's the website for the International Cupping Therapy Association. And there's some information too, of course, on our website, along with the information about the video that we're going to do. And of course, I offer it as a service to my clients. So there's a page on our website that's geared more toward clients, explaining the benefits of it. It's primarily, most of my clients are seeking the cosmetic benefits, but it definitely has a lot of more therapeutic benefits to offer. It's great for TMJ pain, headaches, different kinds of facial pain, scars. It's really good at resolving scar tissue. And then cosmetically, it can really help take care of bags under the eyes and facial puffiness, and it can help plump up little wrinkles and things like that. So it's really a nice modality that offers both cosmetic and therapeutic benefits.
Is it mostly you're using a gun then for the face?
No, actually, I should have grabbed them so I could show you. They're little glass cups with rubber bulbs attached, and they're real small. They're probably, can you see, about like that? They're about the length of my finger in total. So, and the cups that I use are a brand called Earth Spa cups, and I buy them from the cuppingtherapy.org website. And they're hand-blown glass cups. They're made up in Seattle. And then there's the little rubber bulb on the end. So, as you can imagine, the cup can only achieve so much suction. So sometimes people ask about the facial cupping, and they're thinking, well, I don't want to have those purple marks all over my face for a week. No, that's a different kind of cupping. So, you can only achieve so much suction with these, and it's very gentle. Essentially, the objective of the service is to move any excess stagnant lymph out of the face and the neck. So you're guiding that lymph back into the lymph system so that any excess fluid is going to be moved out of the area. That's why it's good for the puffiness. So it's a completely different kind of cupping than say traditional Chinese medicine cupping. That's something that's generally not within the scope of practice of massage therapists. That's geared more toward moving the chi and actually creating the ecchymoses, or the dark purple or brown spots. In traditional Chinese medicine, that's something that they're actually trying to achieve. That's part of the therapy. But of course, in massage therapy, we don't want to do that. So.
Plus, it makes you look like you've been mating with an octopus.
Yeah, yeah, because it really sucks,
Yeah, generally not a desirable look. Right?
Yeah. Would you like me to play the little clip on spray and stretch then?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So put that in the way of you. Okay.
Ready?
The practitioner should begin by turning the patient's head away from the involved side and subtly tilting the patient's chin inferiorly toward the contralateral clavicle. The patient's chin should then be gently guided superiorly so as to stretch the sternal division of the SCM muscle. Once the stretch has been achieved, the practitioner can commence the application of the vapocoolant spray, not only along the muscle fibers, but also over all of the possible pain referral areas for the sternal division of the SCM muscle, regardless of whether the client is actually experiencing pain in all of the possible pain referral areas. As the muscle is released, the stretch can be increased incrementally.
That is awesome.
Well, thanks. I felt like I was back in the editing bay listening to that.
I've heard that about 2 million times. So.
Yeah, I hate editing my own stuff too. It's just like
Over and over and over.
Yep. Yeah, because it really sticks out definitely, and you got a great voice for voiceover too.
I think so.
Well, I lease it with the option to buy. So.
Yeah. So where can people purchase your videos? Are they mostly off your website then, or other places are you going to have?
It's going to be available on our website on the 25th, and it'll also be available at triggerpointproducts.com, which is a great resource for massage therapists and PTs and just chiropractors, everybody really who's a manual therapist there. They've got a lot of resources there, and check them out, definitely.
And then, so again, you'll have this one out on May, sometimes this month, right? Or
yeah, the 25th.
25th. Yeah.
And it'll be available as an instant download, so you can just go on the website and watch it immediately. And then also it'll be available as an actual disc, because some people would prefer to have the actual DVD, and so it'll be available both ways.
Yeah, but the discs themselves though will be a little bit later, because they of course need to be produced, and we have to send them off to the duplication place, and they'll do all their magic and send them back. So it's probably going to be about a month behind on the physical discs, but again, you can download it immediately on the 25th.
And can people download them for like their iPods too, or is it just a live streaming then, or? They can download it. It's going to be formatted for iPods and MP3 devices and computers, and there's going to be a lot of options there. And then afterwards, at some point, we will be
providing individual sections of it. So if somebody just wants a particular muscle, they can download that particular section.
Are you going to have CEUs with this then too?
You know, not at this point, no. We've talked about that, but that was just a layer that became too complicated with our also just trying to get the project done. So, you know, maybe at some point
eventually,
we may.
but yeah.
But at this point, for now, it's, you know, it's
just a
we're not
reference
on.
material.
Yep. And then how long is the video then?
It's running about an hour and 20 minutes long.
Okay. And what sections of the body, does it go over most of the sections of the body then?
Yeah, it goes over it's 45 or 50 muscles, yeah.
Okay.
So just
from
we
head
just
to
go
toe,
through
basically.
muscle by muscle and show how to the protocol for each individual muscle. So.
Okay, awesome. And then have you started shooting the cupping one yet, or you're in the process?
Yeah.
We're actually done shooting, and he's working on editing, so it's all in his hands now.
Yeah.
Okay.
My part's done.
Yep. So if there's something wrong with it, then it's his fault then, right?
Right. Thanks, Fred. I appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Hey, that's how I've been married all these years.
That's how you will. I really
That's how
appreciate
it
it.
works.
Yeah. And do you see yourself continually putting out more stuff on like YouTube and Blip and everything?
We do. We need to get back to the vlogging series. We obviously kind of took a break from that while we were working on this project. I see more vlogs in the future here. Definitely, we've got them written. It's just a matter of kind of taking the time to shoot them and get them prepped and stuff. So the cupping video will be the next one out. Again, it's scheduled for August, and I would look to the fall for more vlogs coming out.
I think earlier than that. We need more stuff from you guys.
I said earlier. Nerd demands it.
Yeah.
I'll get those elves whipped up into a frenzy immediately.
Yep.
We've also been working on some other stuff and some ebooks, and so that's been another thing that's been keeping us from getting back to the blogs. But I've been working on an ebook on using discount social buying sites to promote massage therapy practices. So sites like Groupon and Living Social and things like that. We've used that for our practice and found it to be very beneficial and helpful. And I've had so many other therapists approaching me about whether that it would be good for them. And so I just decided, I need to just write this up and disseminate our story basically to help people decide whether it would be a good route for them. So that's another product that's on the way soon. And we think we're going to do that as an MP3 as well, so that people can download that and just listen instead of read if they would prefer.
Can we go back to the cloning portion?
Yeah.
How many times?
Yeah. And one of my past students recently, she did the whole Groupon thing and sold tons of Groupons in, I think it was a 5-hour period. And then some therapists were actually bashing her for doing it and stuff.
Yeah, and I talk about that in my ebook because it'll happen. The first time we were featured, we sold 500 vouchers, and that was by like 4 p.m. the afternoon of our feature. And for us, it's been fantastic. I mean, we've gained so many new, very regular clients, and it's just totally been a springboard for our still relatively young practice.
Yeah, most definitely.
So for us, it's been great. But, I've definitely heard from the naysayers who think it's a bad idea.
I think it really boils down to how you what the goals are when you go into it, what you're looking to get out of it, and how you go about getting those clients.
Basically, I think it works if you work it. If you go about it right and you go into it with the right intentions, it can be fantastic. It could definitely be disastrous for someone who didn't, plan well or handle the opportunity right. So, I tried to, in the ebook that I put together, which is about 40 pages, I try to go into all those scenarios and all the benefits and the pitfalls to watch out for. So I hope it'll be helpful to people who are considering it, because I just would like for our experience to help guide people who are considering that type of marketing platform.
Yeah, and honestly, there's not a lot of stuff out there either with that for massage.
Right.
So the thing is
Really?
that you need to, is that ready for sale then, or are you selling that now?
We're going to try to record it within the next week or two, so we're hoping maybe 3 weeks or so it'll be up there.
1 week, yep.
Probably within about 3 weeks.
Yeah, right. I know. The pressure.
How did your student? How has she done? What's her response been with the Groupon?
Yeah, she was excited as heck. I mean, I think it was around 500 or so in a 5-hour period that she sold of that. And the thing is, she realized that she's not going to make a lot per massage, but hopefully hopefully some of those people will actually come back. That's the main goal. And maybe not a lot of people are going to use them either, too. So again, I mean, gift certificates, that's actually being redeemed. I think it's around 50% nationwide or something. So, and it's cheaper advertising too that way too, if you want to look at it that way.
Well, it's performance marketing. So you're only going to pay for what you get. You're only going to pay for performance. And that's the beauty of it in my mind, because, you can spend a lot of money on print advertising, postcards, whatever you may choose, but there's absolutely no guarantee you're going to get any results from that. So at least with the social buying sites that you're going to pay, but you're also going to be guaranteed the opportunity to audition, so to speak, for a new client. And that's what it's all about. It's all about new client acquisition. So,
and for 6 years, she worked for somebody else, and just out of the blue, she decided to do her own thing. So, but she's willing to do whatever it takes to get it going. So, I just told her that was awesome. So,
yeah, it's great for someone who's just getting started and looking to create a corral of regular clients.
And is the other one Living Social or something? Is the other site? Is the other site out there like Groupon? Is it Living Social? I think it is.
Yeah, there's one called Living Social. There's Groupon. There's so many new ones coming out every day. So, really, dealing with the largest, most prominent sites like that are not necessarily the best bet for massage therapists. So, you need to really do some research as far as which company might be best for you and your needs. The bigger sites can offer you a lot more exposure, but for a private practitioner or a small massage therapy establishment, you can't handle that much exposure anyway. So why bother? You can't handle that many clients. So, it takes some researching to figure out which site's going to be best for you, but I think that there are definitely really great fits out there to be made between these companies and massage therapists. So definitely get that stuff out soon, because again, people need to know about that and experiences. And do you also have? Did you talk to many other therapists about this too then, and to get their feedback? I actually talked to a few. I talked to Jessica Weigel and Robin Dorr, and they shared their.
Your audio went out again?
Contributions to make as far as things to want to do with this article is just to, give people some food for thought and get them on the right track. And, not necessarily say you should do this, because maybe you shouldn't, depending on your situation. But hopefully it'll just help people make a more informed decision. So.
And do you see Groupon never going away? Do you see it just getting bigger and bigger, or?
Yeah,
it's an interesting beast. It really is, and it's changing the landscape very much like Walmart changed the landscape for retail. So I like to think of business as a game, and it's constantly changing. So there's everything that is today will eventually change into something else tomorrow, and I think adapting to those changes is kind of the key. Yeah, I mean, I think in its present state, it's going to change again at some
It's
point.
definitely changed the landscape of marketing. And like I
Yeah.
mentioned, it's introduced this phenomenon of performance marketing. And I think that, moving forward, I think that small business owners are going to be less and less likely to be willing to pay for marketing that may very well not produce anything. We have to be careful with our money, and performance marketing for me is the best option, because at least I know I'm going to get exposure to some clients, instead of sending out an ad that I'll never know if anybody even saw. So I think in that regard, it's definitely changed the landscape of marketing. And
But I also think too that we need to be cautious about not getting into a coupon culture, which is very dependent on just these type of offerings. I think, I had a friend of ours mention that before we did our initial Groupon, that most people out there are looking for their permanent full-time massage therapist. They just haven't found them. And because I was a little bit nervous about offering a discount and just having those folks come in and leave and not become a permanent staple in our business. And I was comforted by that comment, and it really has proved to be very true for us. So I think, if you treat those clients well and you treat the situation well, you will be rewarded.
well, and I think that anytime you offer a discount, it has to pack a punch. I mean, it has to be either infrequent or require something from the client in return, maybe payment up front or something of that nature. So, there's any business can definitely overuse discounts and find themselves creating a coupon culture where their clients or customers just figure, well, I'll just wait until they offer their next discount,
Right.
because they offer them all the time. There's no point in paying regular price. So that's something obviously that needs to be avoided real carefully. But I think that discounts, offered strategically and prudently are, something that can really be powerful and pack a punch. So
I think a lot of businesses, they treat those customers differently, and I think that's the biggest mistake.
yeah, that's a big problem too.
You got to treat everybody the same, as if they're spending $1 or $100. They get the same experience, and I think that's pretty powerful, because you're auditioning for that customer to come back. So you certainly don't want to hold back your best work or not pull out all the stops for that customer, because when they come back, you're going to expect them to pay full price, and you can't say, okay, now I'm going to give you a really great massage.
But do you think some people believe you're just going towards those people that are only going to do coupons and they're only going to do discounts, they're never going to pay full price and stuff? And
that's I hear that, and I was really concerned about that as well before we went into our Groupon experience. But again, my friend's advice about the fact that people are really looking for their full-time massage therapists, they just haven't found them. Again, we really have found that to be very true.
The thing is that, Rockefeller rich or dirt poor, everybody loves a deal, right?
Yeah.
So it's not just coupon clippers who are using Groupon. We have had some of the clients who come in for the first time and used a Groupon have turned out to be weekly clients. And like Shane had mentioned, they were just looking for that perfect massage therapist for them. And the discount gave them an opportunity to try us, and they found that they liked us and wanted to return. And so in that case, it was just the perfect storm. And
I'll tell you a story. Today, in fact, I had a client in the clinic who has become a weekly regular client. But when he came in on Groupon. He put on his form that he was unemployed. He had no job. He was very upfront about the fact that he couldn't afford to come back to see us even before we started the massage because he was unemployed. I gave him the same massage that everybody else gets. And he left, and most folks would think, never going to see this guy again, and I probably thought that way as well, just because of the situation. 9 months later, he came back in and bought one of our largest packages and said, that massage that you gave me 9 months ago, I've been thinking about, and I just got a job this last week, and with my first paycheck, I'm buying a whole package to come in weekly to see you. And he's been a phenomenal client. So you just never know where your clients are going to come from.
Oh, that's awesome.
And you can't treat them, you can't treat them differently just because you're making a prejudgment on something.
And even if that client had never come back, I mean,
right.
What do we want him to go out and talk about to his friends and family and coworkers? I got this mediocre massage, I got this Groupon, and it was okay. But, what's the point? You're not doing yourself any favors, So you really just have to keep that firmly in focus that, every massage needs to be your best work. And so I think if you keep that in mind, then the discounts can work well for you. But as soon as you start segregating your clientele and thinking, well, this person gets a substandard massage because they're only paying, whatever, then that's when you start running into problems. So.
And do you guys offer other products then? I mean, you said the ebook. Do you have other ebooks then too? And what other kind of products do you offer?
So far, we're doing the videos, and we've got that ebook almost finished. I've got a long list of ebooks in the works, and then the t-shirts, which we offer through Zazzle.com. You can go to Zazzle.com/TigerLilyStudios and see the t-shirts that we've done, which we call Tees for MTs. And there are also other products there, like some laundry bags and other things of interest, mugs and bumper stickers and things like that. Mostly all geared toward massage therapists. So that's just kind of one of our little creative outlets, but it's fun.
Some more videos on the way, but those are in various stages of production. Some are partially filmed, some are just still on the drawing board, but there are some more projects coming down the road. Yeah.
It's always something.
Yeah. So with the passive income, are there any other options that you recommend for people to do for passive income?
Well, it depends so much on what people are interested in. I mean, like I was saying, if your thing is writing, then maybe blogging is what you should look into. Or, if you're into videos, then maybe making videos. But, I don't think there's any one-size-fits-all great opportunity that everyone can benefit and get into. And obviously, when it comes to selling products or affiliate programs or things like that, I mean, it's got to be something that you really believe in
and have passion about.
Right.
I think that's what I was going to say. Business, no matter what kind of business, is slow to grow, and so you've got to really love what you're doing and got to really believe in it. So if you're trying to push something that you don't believe in, people are going to sense that.
A lot of massage therapists have, a problem with selling, and they have this aversion to feeling like a salesperson. And I can totally understand that. I don't like feeling like I'm selling. But when you're sharing information with your client or someone else about this product that you think is fantastic, it doesn't feel like selling anymore. So I think that's what people have to find for themselves, is that product or service or thing that they are so excited about that they would just want to tell everybody they meet about it, whether they're going to make a dime off of it or not. So for everybody, that's going to be different. And that's the key, is to find what that is for you.
Definitely. And then are you guys giving many massages a week then at your clinic still?
We are. We generally tend to book up about a week and a half ahead of ourselves. So it leaves very little time at the end of the week to do the paperwork and the business aspect of it, and then try and jump into the studio and finish up one of these projects that we're doing. And as a result, the spray and stretch video has taken us a little bit over a year to put together, simply because we've really had just about one day a week to kind of putter on it.
Yeah, I don't think the average person realizes how long it takes for video and everything else. So yeah, for especially your quality too and stuff like that. So yeah, you definitely need some time. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we're kept real busy, knock on wood, and thankfully, I mean, we really enjoy being in the clinic and seeing clients and helping them. So, and I think it helps an awful lot for us because then, of course, with the vlogs or the instructional video, we can draw from that experience and help pass that on to other folks to use.
And have you thought about shooting video for other people then too?
I think we've talked about it, but as yet we haven't really necessarily.
We've had clients approach us to do videos for them, but we just don't have time.
I think at the beginning, you say, okay, yeah, I'll do that. And then, like I say, you kind of get into it. You were saying the reality about how much is involved. And it's like some folks come to us and say, well, could you whip up a little video for it? And I'm thinking, oh, boy, you didn't realize what you're asking.
We've done it a couple times. We have a friend who's a doctor, and she needed a video for her website, innatebeauty.com. And we did a demo video for her, and that was fun. But really, it's just, we've got too much on our own plate to start working on other people's projects.
Do you ever see cutting down some in your actual massages in the near future then, or?
I don't think so. Yeah. We've got such a great clientele right now that I don't think either one of us want to cut back on that. But
and do you have other people working there then too?
Nope, it's just the two of us, Mom and Pop.
Okay.
They're working for us?
Yeah,
I really got to check the books more closely.
We're like the massage therapists, the cast, the crew, the editors, the writers, the list goes on. As you know, you do all that too.
Yep.
Plus more.
Yep.
We don't have kids either. You have kids.
Yeah.
So I don't even know how that would go.
Yeah, a very supportive wife. So there's.
So.
So, is there anything else? Did you want me to show you the other video clip?
Sure. Now, oh, that's right. You have the video clip for the coming video. So, sure.
Yep.
Yeah. If you want to show that, that'd be great.
Okay. I'll put that up. Oh, gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. No, I think you got
so relaxed in the video, don't I?
Yeah.
It's amazing what makeup and a little bit of Photoshop can do.
Yeah.
You should start the Massage Nerd Oscars, I think.
Yeah. Fabulous.
The Double Rainbow Award.
Yep. So you had some construction in your office not too long ago then too, right?
Yeah, we not of our own doing. Our landlord is doing some construction on. He's expanding one of the massage rooms. So as a result, we took last Saturday off, which was like so weird. Like we had not had a Saturday off for years. It was really strange. I actually got to go to a garage sale. I mean, that had not happened forever.
Garage sales are evil, though. It's like my parents, every single time they go buy one, they have to stop, no matter what it is. Yeah.
They have a sticker that says this car breaks at garage sale.
Yes. So that's why during the weekend I never drive with them. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Shane's not a fan, but
It worries me. I watched we recently had some family down to Texas to visit us, and we were watching in their
we were
hotel room.
mesmerized by the TV.
Because of course we don't have television, and so they had the Hoarders.
Oh.
It was terrible. It was so sad. But Shane was like, he's like, okay, this is what happens when you stop at one too many prize sales.
Yep, and you can just go to my parents' house too. It's the.
Well, it's probably a good thing we have to work every Saturday then.
Yes, it's an awesome thing. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there anything else that we haven't covered that you think needs covered, or any future projects too that you're on the horizon?
Well, I guess products. We've got the DMS, the Deep Muscle Stimulator unit, for sale on the site as well now, and that's a tool that we use in our clinical practice, and have found it to be absolutely indispensable. Our clients are totally addicted to it, so we got with the company and became distributors of the tool, because we had so many therapists approaching us and asking us how it was working for us and whether we thought it would work for them, and so that's available now on the website too.
And it's great for knocking out those trigger points.
Mm-hmm.
And do you have videos to demonstrate that then too?
We don't.
That's actually one of the projects that's
Okay.
that is filming.
It's in the pipeline, kind of. So we'll see how that goes.
And since your videos are so high quality, is it harder for you to put out things really quick just because you have real attention to detail then?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. You are correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. It takes us a while because we're constantly facts checking and making sure that everything is
Yeah,
right.
and the editing just takes a long time. The filming we can usually knock out pretty quickly. The writing takes a long time. Usually that probably takes the most time, because we kind of work on that and rework that and polish that for a long time, and then when we have a script that we're happy with, we can knock the filming out pretty fast, but then everything slows down again with the editing. So yeah, it takes a long time.
Put a couple of pieces of film together, and you got to go get a cup of coffee, and it takes a long time to do that kind of stuff.
You gotta go
You got to take your meetings and
go get together with your agent,
Yeah. But that's why you just get one of those construction hats with the cans on the top and stuff, so you can just.
That would save time.
Yeah, but got to multitask these days.
Right? We're all about that.
Yep. Okay. So again, people check out TigerLilyStudios.com for all their upcoming stuff. So again, May 25th, their video coming out, plus August. You said August, right, for the cupping, facial cupping?
Yeah.
So is that going to be pushed back, you think, or do you think it's pretty set date for
It's
that?
already been.
It's close now. We've pretty much got a working cut on it, and just need to dial it in a little bit more. So I think August is a real comfortable schedule. And then there shortly after, you can see the DMS instructional DVD coming out,
Okay.
which is, like I say, we've already got it partially filmed, so it's really just a matter of getting it into the editing.
Okay, perfect. So thank you very much tonight, and I love talking to video people. It's just my highlight, talking talking the talk. Yeah.
We've had a wonderful time. We really have.
Yeah. And thanks everybody for tuning in. So good night, everybody.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Rob.
Thank
Word
you.
to the nerd.
Yeah. Yeah. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.